Welcome to Her Majesty blog, where we bring together the world of pageants with the sole aim of revolutionizing the standards of beauty and creating social development through women empowerment. My name is Temu and I will be your host for tonight. It is within her. This is the show where we basically speak to pioneering women in the world of pageants, from founders to queens to each and every person, to find out what it is like to be these amazing women. So sit right here to get a front row seat on what happens. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and we're also there on YouTube if you want to catch up on all the other episodes. So today I have a very gorgeous guest, a stunning guest for that matter. Her name is Dike Lady and she is the founder of Miss Mission South Africa. I think she should be sending me a request real soon, and then we'll get to know all about what is Miss Mission South Africa and what do they have to offer to the pageant industry. I'm sure you are as excited as I am on this wonderful Thursday. So stay tuned. It's about to be a great and quite an exciting show. Let's get talking. Let's get talking. I am so excited. Should be coming through any minute now. There you go.
Hi,
Hey.
how are you?
Oh, thanks, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for honoring us with the pleasure of your time. We really appreciate it here at Her Majesty.
Thank you for the opportunity and you're welcome.
And can I just say, this feels like a reunion. Like, this feels like a varsity reunion because we were in the same varsity. We went to the same pageants, and I'm just like, what are the odds? The pageant industry is quite small.
Very, and one thing I like is that we are actually reuniting again at a later stage where each and like you have your own established thing that you're doing, and on my side also I'm doing my own thing, but still the basis of it is pageantry. So that for me, I honestly I love it.
Right. It shows growth in us as well. Absolutely beautiful. Like, you know what? The seed that's planted within us of pageantry keeps on growing and growing in different ways.
True, that's very true.
Absolutely amazing. So congratulations on being the founder of Miss Mission South Africa. It is not an easy job running a pageant. So look, we take our hats off for you because wow, Queen, wow.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that is easy, but I think that if you have the passion for it, just things just fall in line, things just fall in line when you have
It
the
just
passion.
becomes so much easier. And let's just get straight into it. What is the purpose of Miss Mission South Africa?
Okay, as Miss Mission South Africa is an organization that strives to build a platform for women to inspire other women also in their communities. So what we aim to do is that we bring in women with their certain advocacies into their platform and try to make sure that they build something and they have something to look back on and say, this is what I did for myself or my community.
Oh wow. So what inspired you like one morning to get up and be like, I'm doing this? Like, imposter syndrome or not, I am definitely starting this pageant.
For me, like we said, like we made through the pageant industry. So
Yeah.
I've been in this industry for quite some time, and so as time went on, that's where I saw there were quite a few injustices that were happening that I was not really proud of, and that is something that people don't really want to talk about. So,
Yeah.
but then there were yes, so there were quite some injustices that I came across until one day I was literally sitting on my bed and I was like, how about I actually do this? Close the gap. Now I see this is something that I have a passion for. I have a passion for pageants and I see a gap in this market. And so why not venture into it? And so I sat down, did my research, wanting a platform or a pageant that I can associate myself with, that their objectives align with mine, because it's not really that easy to just find. So that's when I found the Miss International platform, and so we were just in communication, and I was like, but you know what, I can actually bring a certain type of style, a certain type of innovation into this platform, so why not go for it? As much as it hasn't been easy, but as Obako, excuse me, as Miss Mission South Africa, it's still quite new. It was established this year actually. So, but we've managed to get, yes, so I've managed to get quite a few ladies that have like, what's this, the same mindset as me in terms of the pageantry. And so, I mean, it's been a roller coaster ever since.
Right. And when you're mentioning the injustice of pageant, I think so many people who've been in pageants can agree and attest to that, because we enter these pageants and we just feel like, if I could change one thing, if I could, do this, or, then I'd feel like this pageant was correct. And what better way for you to correct it than being on the other side as the founder? So that is quite amazing.
True, but also to be honest, one thing that I've learned and that I've struggled with for the past few months is that being a pageant girl and being a director, it's two different things. You would wake up with this idea that this is what I want to do, and when you're in it, you're like, okay, so this is what actually goes into this. So we don't really get that. But one thing that I like is that I've been exposed to a lot of pageants, so things just come a bit easy, as much as, I mean, there's always obstacles.
Yeah, we can be so complacent as finalists, because what we're seeing, we're on the other side, and we just like to understand, why are these people doing this? Why are they taking so long? Why is this? Why is that? Failing to understand that it is one thing being a finalist, like you said, another thing being on the other side of the table.
True, that is very true.
Yeah. So what are the entry requirements for Miss Mission South Africa?
Okay, since we are still a new platform, so what we have ventured into is the teen category and the miss category. And so with the teen category, we welcome young ladies from the ages of 13 to 18, from 13 to 18. And then for miss category, we one of the requirements is to be from the ages of 19 to 29. The reason why we extended it to 29 is because I came in my journey in the pageant industry, I came across women that were turning 28, 29, 27, that couldn't enter pageants, and they still wanted to try and still wanted to push just one that just enter one more pageant, but because of their age limit, they couldn't do so. So that is one of the things that we actually wanted to extend. The applicant must not be pregnant or during the time when they when they enter, because it is a teen and a miss category. And also, one thing that we also wanted to extend to is that there's also ladies that are still miss, which are engaged with no children yet, or they're not a legal guardian to any minor. And so we wanted to actually include them also in our platform, where we say, yes, we see you that you are engaged, but you can also come and join in the platform, as long as you're not going to get married during your reign or during the time when you are still a semi-finalist or a finalist.
Understandable. Okay, so saying that it's Miss Africa, right? Does this mean anybody from across the country can enter, or is it specified to people in Gauteng, in Mpumalanga, and so forth?
Okay, what we wanted to do is that we wanted to include the whole of South Africa. As much as we are located in Johannesburg. We wanted to include each and every single woman across the country. The reason being, it's because women would look, maybe somebody is from PE,
Mm.
and then they're like, but for me here, there's not really a lot of platforms. But then when you see that, okay, there's a pageant actually that includes the whole of South Africa, why not don't I enter it? And I mean, why would we call ourselves Miss Mission South Africa
Yeah.
and not include the whole country, right? Yes, so that's what we are trying to do.
Okay, wow, quite interesting. And what would you say sets Miss Missions Africa apart from, all these pageants? Because I feel like when a pageant is new, there's always this feeling of, I wonder if I can trust them. I wonder if they'll be bringing something interesting to the industry. I wonder if, it's something that'll align with my brand and so forth. So what would you say sets Miss Missions Africa apart from, all the other pageants?
Okay, one thing that we strive in, I mean, it's found in our name, Miss Mission. So for us,
Interesting name, by
the
the way.
advocacy that
It's so drawing. It's like,
thank you,
you know,
thank you.
girl on a mission. Like, I want to get my things together.
Yeah. So we want to involve women that actually do have a mission and not just somebody that has a mindset of, oh, I'm pretty or I look pretty in the mirror and so I would want to go walk on stage, you know. There's actually more that we actually expect from women. We're trying to say that we want more than just your beauty. You know, we want more than just your pretty face, the girl next door type of face, because that's something I've always heard that I have a girl next door type of face. But we
That's
trying to
so,
say that we we come
what
across
does
all
that
these
even
things, you
mean?
know, and you know
Wow.
what is a girl next door type of face, you know. So what we're trying to say is that, and that is something that always frustrated me, you know, that I'd get somewhere, whether it's in the pageant industry, whether it's anywhere in life actually, and then people will just look at you and be like, but then this pretty face or that body, that means she has nothing else to offer. And
Mm,
so what I'm trying to say to other women is that don't let what other people say about your physique, about your body define who you are or where you want to be in your life. You might not know how you're going to get there
yeah.
eventually, but you know that this is the end goal, right? And so that is what I'm trying to say to other young ladies, that this is a platform that if you have a mission, you stand for your advocacy, this is the platform that you want to be. You don't just have to bring a pretty face to the table, because I believe that as women, I mean, that stigma has long died. You know, it
But
has
so
long
much
died,
of
and we are
yeah.
venturing into, yes, educating empowered young women, you know, that I'm more than just my looks,
Yeah,
you know?
that's so true. And speaking about stigmas, I mean, we have the stigma, I think, in our country especially, as times go by, like the relevance of pageants seems to be not seen. Like it's as though people just look at pageants, it's like, ah, they've got nothing to offer. There's nothing that they're actually bringing to the table. It's like every single year. I don't know, but growing up, remember the excitement of watching the likes of Miss Africa? Like you'd gather at your friend's house, it would be a thing. And nowadays, it feels as though people just look at it and they're like, oh, so they crowned somebody else. Okay. It's like, it's becoming less and less exciting, and people are getting less and less involved in seeing the purpose thereof and seeing what pageants have to offer. So, how or what does Miss Africa plan on, breaking the stigma and saying that, we're a pageant and we want to break this whole thing of saying that pageants have nothing to offer in this modern day world?
Because the stigma that we have, it like in the industry that we are in, we
Mhm.
need people that are actually willing to educate others, and people who are willing to receive that education, that knowledge about pageants. Um, because I mean, what's the use of trying to educate somebody that just has a wall up? You know, so when we are in industries like this, we need to start educating people, and people must be the ones that are actually willing to receive such things. So with us, with the Miss Mission South Africa, what we're trying to do is that, like I said, we're trying to move away from that pretty just, your face and your physique is what defines you.
Yeah.
We're actually trying to look for title holders that have a mission, somebody that is dedicated to what they do. Um, it could be being an activist for education, gender-based
Mm.
violence, which is something that we are struggling with in our country
Oh,
currently. It could be a lot of things. It just doesn't have to be just gender-based violence. There is climate change that is actually affecting us right now. So we're trying to bring together, have a platform and gather women that are like-minded and try to change that stigma. When you have a platform like this, your voice is your power.
yeah.
So when you stand in front wearing the Miss Mission t-shirt, actually communicating with other people with the certain advocacy that the title holder will have. And as the pageant, what we're trying to do is that we're not going to tell you that, okay, no, don't go through there. That is a bit tricky.
Mm.
Even if we receive the backlash, it is fine. That doesn't mean we have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. So whatever advocacy that you have, the voice that you want to bring in, go back to your communities, talk to your young kids that actually look up to you, and
Mm.
try to change that and educate people that this is more than just a pretty smile.
Oh, wow, that is so powerful. And I like that you allow people to just find themselves, like to just, go in the pool and just literally see for yourself if what you're advocating for, you won't always receive flowers for it, but go in there and see if really it is what people appreciate, it is what people need, and positively use your voice to influence others. So yeah, for those who are saying that pageants don't have a role sites in this modern day, look, not Miss Mission South Africa, they have got it all entirely
We
wrong.
have no space for that, eh?
Definitely. So, getting into your role as the national director, what does your job entail? Like on a day-to-day basis, what does it look like in the life of a national director of a pageant?
Oh my word. Okay, let me start with the good things at first. One thing that I would say is that I really enjoy it. Right now we're in the process of our applications are open, so all the categories, the Miss category and the Teen category, somebody that feels that they want to be part of the pageant or part of this platform, entries are open, will only be closing on the 31st. So what we currently doing is that we are communicating with other ladies because in other ladies that are trying to enter,
Mm.
right? And so in the past few weeks, our entries have been open, and so honestly, it has been a mouthful. It has been a mouthful, but also like a mouthful with like I don't know, a taste of candy to it, because you get to meet and communicate with all these other aspiring young ladies that want to actually build something, people that are actually trying to join a platform to assist them to reach their dreams, right? So as a pageant director, what I do is that um, it's just trying to direct everything, because I mean, when I started this thing, I actually was sitting at home alone, and I was like, okay, I was looking at myself and the objectives that I want to achieve, and so trying to pioneer this pageant into this idea that I had in my head, because it's not really easy when you have this idea in your head and you're trying to communicate it to other people. So you just need to always keep on everybody in line that, okay, guys, no, let's not try to be like that. Let's not try to copy what somebody else is doing. Let's
Mm.
just stay in our lane, and eventually we will grow, because I mean, Rome was not built in the day. Even if it was burned in one night, but it wasn't built in one day. So we need to just stick in our lane, remember our objectives, and just keep on pioneering in that direction.
Ah, wow. Absolutely amazing. So, do you have a team that works with you, like on the pageant? So, as the national director, do you have your secretary, your treasurer, and so forth?
Yes, yes, I do. I mean, I cannot absolutely handle everything on my own.
Mm.
The reason why is because I have also other things that I'm doing on the side. So,
Mm.
Miss Mission is not the only platform that I'm part of. So I could never do it alone. I definitely have like-minded people that are assisting me. I know they won't really like me sometimes because, when you're trying to get everything in line and people are just not getting it. But other than that, honestly, my team so far, it has been absolutely amazing. They definitely understand. When you are in a platform where now communication becomes easy, you
Yeah,
understanding each other,
yeah.
and communication just flows. And not just communication because we need to see results at the end of the day. So people that are actually willing to go out there and invite other sponsors and just bring everything in, trying to handle all the applicants, all the applicants and applications that we've been receiving so far. So honestly, so far everything has been bliss, uh, and a roller coaster at the same time.
Oh, wow. And you're truly blessed to find like-minded people who are just saying that, you know what,
Mhm.
you have given them this vision and they're like, we will run with it with you, you know. On other days you expect monster lady, other days you expect calm lady, but look, we will work with
Yeah.
till the very end to execute the final goal, which is the Miss Missions of Africa pageant. So when do you look at it happening? Is it going to be anytime soon?
Okay, the entries are open until the 31st of
This month.
March.
Okay.
Yes, this month. This month. Because the applications have been open for quite some time
Okay.
now. So they'll be closing on the 31st. And on the 1st of April, we don't waste any time, we'll be announcing our semi-finalists. And then the pageant will be happening early July, later on this year
Okay.
at Monte Casino. We have not yet set a date. Reason being, it's because we still have a lot of things that we are trying to figure out, since we are still a new pageant. But definitely early July at Monte Casino, that is definitely set.
All right, quite great, man. I mean, everything seems to be in order. Like the Hambango line venue is already secured, so look,
I just okay.
nothing is stopping you. So for those who don't know you like I do, and are probably wondering, have you always been a pageant girl? Please share with them where it all began for you.
Mhm. For me, honestly, it started like when I was young. But at that time, we growing up in the locations, people were just like, okay, this one is just dramatic, because I was that girl that in pictures I'd be posing with my hands up, I'll just be all over the show like that. And so at the time, I didn't really know what was happening, but I liked it. And so
Yeah.
now when I look at my pictures, it makes sense. It makes sense. So as a young girl, I really liked it. I don't know where I saw it from, but it's something that I actually enjoyed it at that time. And then I only started with pageants in 2015. I was scouted in a mall. I know it's a very typical model type of answer, but it's true. I was actually scouted in the mall, and the lady was like, "Come, I think you'd be great for this." And I was like, "I don't think so." I think I took about a month before I could actually send in my application. I was like, this is not for me. I'm a very shy person. I could never stand in front of people and talk, walk, or do anything. So this is definitely not for me. And then I don't know what just switched in me. I was like, okay, it's either I try this or I fail and I didn't try it, right? I was like, I'd rather fail knowing very well that I tried it. So, I mean, what does it kill you makes you stronger. And I just went for it. And here we are. Yeah, so I've been in the industry. I've done not just pageants, but fashion shows, fashion shoots, all of those things. So for me, I would say I have a little insight with the modeling industry. Not just the modeling, but the modeling and pageants because they're two different roles.
Mhm.
Sometimes people just confuse them, but it's totally two different things.
So true, and a lot of people do not get that. But yeah, let's stick to the pageant side of things for now. So, are there
Yeah.
any projects that Miss Mission South Africa has in the pipeline besides the grand finale that is happening in July?
Okay, one of the few things that we want to venture into, it's that the international, because Miss Mission
Mhm.
South Africa is a franchise of the Miss Mission International pageant. So there's quite a few categories there. So in the future, what we want to venture into is having elite category. The elite category will be for women from the ages of 25 to 39. Women
Mm.
that are either married or not married, women that have kids or don't have kids. The reason why it's because I mean over the years people have sent me DMs, emails, trying to find out that okay, this is what like this is the advocacy that I have, but I don't have a platform. And they would ask me to help them. When I go on actually the search button there, and I'm like, but there's not really a large variety of this type of platform. So that is one of the goals that we would like to venture into, and also remind those women, because I mean, when you are in the ages of 25 and 39, what is going on in your head is that I'm no longer young anymore. Am I still beautiful? What is happening to me? My body is changing, so we still want to bring all of that confidence into the women that yes, we are getting older. I mean, time is moving, but you can still be comfortable in your skin. You can still embrace yourself and still have an advocacy that you stand for. So why not come join the elite mission South Africa?
I love that because you know, like our light bulb moment or our purpose moment comes at different times for all of us, you know. So if somebody gets that moment at when they're 31, when they're 32, I mean, and they've got no platform to go to, then literally it ends up just dying along the process because they feel like, what's the point? I've got this, but there's, you know, absolutely nowhere else to plant this into or to pour this into, you know. So that is
That
absolutely
is very true. And
wonderful.
yes, that's very true. And also, for me, I felt like it would be very typical of us because we're trying to break boundaries, right,
Yeah.
in the pageant industry. So it would be okay, I have a word, but I wouldn't want to say it on this platform, but it would be not right for us, for lack of a better word, to say that, okay, we are introducing the teen, the miss, and then the misses, but then also we are leaving other women that are not within those categories
Yeah.
because not all of us, when you move from teen, now you're getting married, we are
Mm.
living a very diverse life,
That's
so we would want to break those boundaries, saying that we see you, we hear you. Now here's a platform. Come join us.
Ah, I love it. I absolutely, absolutely love it. So we have a signature question here at Her Majesty, right? So we believe in revolutionizing the standards of beauty, right? So whatever that the modern society could be put that beauty is, if they say you must be big to be beautiful, if you must be skinny to be beautiful, we're just like, no, not here, right? So I just want to ask you, what does beauty mean to you?
Beauty. Oh my God, that is such a beautiful question, honestly, because of the stigma that it has.
Yes.
But to me, beauty is a combination of qualities that one have. It doesn't have to be not when I say a combination of qualities, I'm not saying that your eyes must be in the same proportion with your mouth. No, the type of person that you are, how you treat people around you, saying please and thank
Mhm.
you, those are the typical uh, little things that people don't actually see. So for me,
Yeah.
beauty is a combination of all of those things. Being able to look at somebody and put yourself in their shoes, empathize with that person.
Mm.
That to me is beauty because it comes from inside. So the minute you have that type of beauty, it equals to having a certain type of happiness also, which will radiate through outside to how you treat other people. So it definitely comes from with you, the love that you have within yourself, and just expressing that love with other people around you.
Ah, I can listen to you the entire day because you are still the well-spoken Dike lady that I know. And look, well answered, like well answered. Honestly speaking, like the national director that you are. Thank you so much. That was our very last question. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming to our platform, and we wish you nothing but the best with your pageant. Look, we want to see Miss Mission South Africa go from heights to heights. Look, Bona growing on every single level. And we also love pageants here. So invite us, please. If I can just say, please
Definitely,
invite
definitely.
us and look, sorry.
I'll just be like getting you details after this, and then definitely for the national, for the grand finale, you guys will definitely be there because I really appreciate the platform that you guys have created. When we see these type of platforms, it's normally international platforms that actually recognize people that are in the pageant industry. So honestly, I salute the work that you do, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful platform.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate you and people like you who are really just recognizing us and giving us, you know what, the pleasure of their time, the honor of their time, because you could be doing absolutely anything at this time, but you just chose to sit here and chat with us. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. Oh my word, you have no idea.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
pleasant evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
There you have it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dike Lady, founder of Miss Mission South Africa. I mean, isn't she lovely? Isn't she an eloquent speaker? I mean, wow. We're looking forward to hearing more about the pageant. And if you're interested, enter. Entries close the 31st of this month, so you do not want to miss the opportunity. Thank you so much for joining us right here on It Is Within Her for our 30th episode. Ba, 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 ba. So excited because wow, guys, we really appreciate your support. We really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And look, we really appreciate it. So for more of these, go under our IGTV to catch up on all the episodes you might have missed. Go on YouTube as well to catch up. We're also there on Facebook and we're also there on Twitter. So from me, it is all love. Have a pleasant evening further. Goodbye.